Hello friends, I am Chevee. Welcome to my shed. How are you today? How's life in your world? How's things where you are? I hope it's fantastic. I don't know why I have the hiccups right now. Everything here is great. I got to do a little work on the project I said I wasn't going to show you, but here it is basically. This is a cherry box with an oak top and an oak bottom that are both inset. This will get cut to separate the lid from the rest of the box. Some hardware will get put on it. All this, well, first of all these sides will get sanded so that the finger joints are flush, and it'll all get rounded. Pretty big roundovers, hopefully, on the corners here. I'm worried about blowout there. Small roundover, probably the one Jonathan bought me. Around the top, little chamfer in here to kind of clean this up. And then I have to put the hardware on it and work on the inside. I won't show you, probably won't show you the final until after it goes to its recipient, which will be in a couple of weeks. So I need to get this done. I came down last night and cut plugs and plugged the holes from the dados, whatever. That's not what I wanted to talk about today, but here we are. We're talking about it anyway. So I worked on this last night. You know what I haven't worked on in a while? The book. It's stalled for a little bit because I wasn't certain of where it was headed. I was working on some character motivations that didn't make sense. I was working on a few plot points that I hadn't figured out. I have all that done now. Now it just comes to, I just need to do it. Like, I just need to write it. And for whatever reason, for the last few days, I wrote some last week. I did a few rewrites. I wrote a little bit here and there. I found that I just kind of... This is a problem that I've had for most of my life, is I get excited about a thing and I get into that thing, and then at some point my brain stops giving me dopamine, I guess. Like, I stop getting that hit. Like, oh, well, we're going to do the thing that's going to be awesome. And here's the thing, like, there's quite a few scenes coming up in this book that are in my head, or that I have taken notes on, that I'm very excited to write, because I have just a rough idea, and I'm excited by the rough idea. And so being able to write that rough idea, to see it realized, I'm excited for that. But for whatever reason, I don't have... There's some part of me that's broken, and it's been this way since I can remember, since I was a tiny kid, that I will get into something, and then that reward center in my brain just doesn't provide me with any motivation to continue going. Like, I'm still very interested in this book. I'm still very interested in telling this particular story. And regardless, I'm going to finish a book this year, whether it's this one or something else. I hope it's this one, because I'm really enjoying the process. But for whatever reason, I lost the motivation to do it, to do the work. And I've been finding myself watching a lot of YouTube, reading a lot, like doing a lot to avoid working on it. Today I worked like my day job during lunch, which is when I would normally do this. It's normally when I would write. It's normally when I would do a lot of things, like I did my walk. But instead of, I could have switched over and spent a half an hour, 40 minutes working on the story. Instead, I worked on my work. I worked on my day job, because I'm writing some code and haven't got to play with that in a while. So yeah, but I don't know. I don't know where that comes from. I don't know where that not where it comes from, where it doesn't come from. Where does that lack of motivation stem from? Because this, again, I don't think it's motivation. I'm motivated. It's just that I don't get the, I mean, I guess it's just whatever, like that feeling that you get when you do something that makes you feel good. I don't get that. Like, some part of me turns off, and I go, well, now it's just a chore. Now it's no longer, I'm doing this because it makes me feel good. Like, working on this makes me feel I'm enjoying the process or whatever, and I get that cool feeling. I had that for quite a while on the book. I had that feeling a good bit, like I was really enjoying the process. And then at some point, it just goes, and it kind of dries up, and I don't understand it. I don't know where that comes from. But I did do a little bit of rewriting last week, which helped a lot because I did that rewriting again with a complete lack of motivation, like without getting those pleasures. With just I just did it because like I don't like this scene. I'm gonna just add some stuff, and I'm talking like a few hundred words. It wasn't much, but it was something. It was more than nothing, and it kept the story in my head fresh. And then as I invent these as I see these new scenes, like I know the ending of the book. Today I realized, well, I'm not gonna tell you that because that's a spoiler. But the main character, I think I know the main character's sort of what happens at the end because you know, it's a a little bit of a not a save the world, but there is a sort of save normalcy in what happens to him because of that. I know that now. And so I just took notes on that scene. Like, oh, this scene's going to work like this. And I get excited for that. Now, I'm excited to get there. Like, oh, I can't wait to get there and write that because I think it's going to be pretty heart-wrenching at that point. Hopefully the reader will be invested in him and be like, oh, he did it. And then the stuff happens and the reader goes, whichever way, whether it's good or bad, whatever. So I'm excited to get to that point and write that and then go back and read it and feel it and understand it, So I don't know what it is, but it's okay. Like I'm not beating myself up over it. I gave myself 3 months to finish the first draft and I'm only a month into it. So I've got 2 full months to finish this draft, which means I've got 2 full months to write about 30,000 words. And I think that's easy. Like I think I'll do that. And then I gave myself 3 more months to write the second draft. Like I feel like because it's going to be such a drastic rewrite that the second draft will take me quite a while. But so I've got plenty of time. I'm not going to beat myself up over taking a week off. Like that's okay. I can take time off. I don't need to just keep beating it. But I am a little bit concerned that I lost that kind of oomph, and I like that oomph. That oomph is what drives me when I'm in it and I feel it. I just got to figure out how to stay in it. I think I've let a lot of things slip lately. I'm gaining weight again, which I know it's because I'm not eating. Like last year I did really well with my weight loss, and it wasn't really necessarily weight loss. It was just not stop eating like a pig. Like stop. And so I've been gaining weight again, and that bothers me. I kind of lost a little bit of motivation. I wasn't meditating for a while. I've been meditating. I fell asleep meditating this morning, which is a problem. But there for a while, I kind of was like doing it just kind of throughout the day. I would do a little mindfulness, breathing stuff. But I wasn't doing my normal, like just chill. I was playing. Maybe we'll talk about that tomorrow. Let's do that tomorrow. Because I think I have... There's a lot of excuses in my head right now, but there's been other things that have been providing me joy, and I need to kind of cut those out because those things aren't necessary. They're just things that I've been doing instead of the tasks that I have set out for myself, and it just takes discipline. That's all it's all it ever comes down to, isn't it? Refocusing. So tomorrow, I think I'll talk about my mornings because I sometimes I feel like I'm not doing it right. If I remember. I doubt I'll remember or I'll have something else to talk about tomorrow. Thank you for being here as always. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing, being amazing friends and wonderful people. I really appreciate you, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Today's word you should know sounds smart is tractate? A treatise. Amanda's mother delivered a tractate to her daughter about socializing with the right people after she learned that Amanda had been spending time with the middle-class families. Tractate. Tractate. I definitely do not spend time with those middle-class poors. That's an interesting word. A treatise. If that's all it is, then I'm just going to use the word treatise because it's not saving me letters or anything like that.